Hello, I'm Andy, and I will introduce my life plan for the next 10 years. At the beginning, I want to talk something about my recent plan. Well, this semester is almost over, and the first semester of next year will be my last semester in the TSET University. So, in order to graduate smoothly, I will focus on my schoolwork and final production. About my final production, it will be a fiction film, and I have conceived a story about long-distance relationship. I will try to finish the script before the end of the winter break. Then I will have more time for shooting and editing. In addition, I will interview some people about what they think of long-distance relationship, because I need these pictures in my film. And I think it would be wonderful if I finished script and the shooting about the interview before the end of this year. Next, I will introduce some of my certain plans for the next year. The first half of the year will be my last semester in the TSET University. I don't know what the specific course would be, but I think I will work hard to finish my final production. After graduating from the TSET University, I will have a long break, and I think it's a very good time for me to do some internships. Well, I have a friend who has graduated from the TSET University last year, and he has returned to work in the Beijing. That is a film company. I told him that I hope to get some opportunities for internship in his company, and he promised me he will contact this for me. So I think I will work as an intern in Beijing after my graduating from the TSET University next year. In addition, I am applying for a British postgraduate school, so I think I will start my postgraduate career after September next year. About my postgraduate school, there are three options for me. The first one is Goldsmiths University of London. It is a well-known school in the UK by its media professional, and I applied for a major in film and screen studies. This is because that I want to make me more professional in editing, and I think it's easier to find a good job by having a professional skill. The second one is the University of Leeds, and I applied for a major in new media. This is a very famous university, and Leeds is also a very nice city. The key reason is that one of my favorite singers who is dead is also an alumnus of the University of Leeds, so I have listed this university as one of my options. The final one is the University of Loughborough. This is a historic university, and I applied for a major in digital media systems. This is a highly technical and professional major, and I think it would be helpful for my career. And if my postgraduate application is successful, I will get a whole year for study in the UK between September 2018 and July 2019. So before the end of 2019, I will have about half a year to find a job. Of course, I have a dream company which I want to work in my country, and I am sure that I will work and live in my country in the future. But before I go back home, I really want to experience working in the UK because I will have studied here for 3 years at that time. And it's best for me to get an opportunity of internship in the BBC. On the one hand, I can experience the working environment and the ways in different countries, which will help me to choose my work in the future. On the other hand, I can also take this opportunity to improve my English. Our world is becoming more and more international, so I think good English is also helpful for me after I return home. After the internship in the UK, I think it is time to return to my country and look for a formal job. My favorite company is Huayi Brothers Film Corporation. I think it's the most famous film company in China, and the company's address is in Beijing, so I really hope that I can start my film career officially here. However, it is very difficult to enter the Huayi Brothers Film Corporation, so if I can reach my wish, there are also some alternative options. like TV station or some other film companies. Working in the TV station is relatively stable but lack of autonomy, so it's not a very good choice for me. If I can't enter the Huayi Brothers Film Corporation, I will go to Shanghai to find some chance. There are also many film companies there, and I prefer to live in Shanghai. It's a very attractive city for me. If everything is as smooth as I expected, I will start my career in the Huayi Brothers Film Corporation in 2021. About my starting point of job, I have made a research about the hierarchy of the Huayi Brothers Film Corporation. As a newbie at film, I think I will start as an editor by what I learned in the university and my work experience before. At this stage, I will assist the leader to do some technical work for the film. Although this kind of work is a bit hard and boring, and is not my favorite job, I believe that this kind of work experience will help me to understand the true ways and process of making films for business. And I can also accumulate more practical work experience. This is very helpful for my future career plan. At the same time, I also need this work to make money for living in Beijing, and I think it will be 2 or 3 years for me to work as an editor in the Huayi Brothers Film Corporation. Well, I don't want to be an editor for too long. It's not my favorite job, so I will try to become a screenwriter in the company after an editor. To be a screenwriter is my dream for a long time, and I think I will accumulate enough work experience in these 2 or 3 years as an editor to make a complete movie script. I will try my best to make a good story and ask my company for support and investment to make my story become a film. I think I need 3 or 4 years to achieve this dream. Between these years, I will have company to write scripts about other stories. In addition, these 3 or 4 years is very good for me to meet more powerful people in the film industry, and I think it's really helpful for me to become a director. Of course, my final goal in the company is to be a director. I know it's very difficult, but if it is possible, I really want to be a director and direct a real film after 2026 or 2027. I will become a man over the age of 30 at that time. If everything is going true, it would be the best situation for me. However, to be a director is also not my final goal of my career plan. My final idea is to set up an independent film studio belongs to myself, and I will feel really happy about this free work and life. But it needs much money to set up a film studio, so I will work hard by my 10 years career plan above. Totally, this is my plan for 10 years in the future. I hope everything will be okay. Then best wishes for myself.